There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio1delacruz.jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
If you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? We were caught up and lost in all of us. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? Oh, how am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? If you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all?
What makes a hero? It's the desire to learn beyond what is already known. The strength to pursue what is difficult to reach. The heart to understand the truth outside one's reality. And the creativity to create a better world. whether they be small steps or grand gestures. Every noble act pushes humanity forward. At JRU, you don't just grow, you transform and become of great importance to the world. Jose Rizal University. Find your inner hero.
Good morning, everyone. So, welcome to Career Session 101 Marketing Me Live Future Careers and Expectations for Business and Accountancy Majors. So, today we are live for Jose Rizal University. So, we have speakers joining us today from Ernst Young, Philippines, CDO Foodsphere, Prime Asset Ventures Incorporated, and Peace Woods. So, before we start, may we invite everybody for the singing of National Anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigiw, sa nagtatagputok sa simoy at sa langit mo pagaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihinig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pamay di maghihinig. Luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, mo'y langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya ng pagkay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Welcome, everyone. So, to officially start our session for this morning, may we invite Ms. Lorraine or Parange, Director for the Guidance and Testing Office, to give us the opening remarks. Ms. Lorraine, we'll put you up. Hi, ma'am. Ma'am, we'll
Hi,
put you
good
on
morning.
live.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, Rizalianos. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Career Learning Session 101 with our industry partners. In behalf of the Guidance and Testing Office team, we'd like to welcome our dear students, faculty, officers, and our resource speakers from our industry partners. This school year, we started to have a different learning approach. The university provides us a hybrid learning approach, and this is what we are experiencing right now. Some of you are attending the learning session online, while some of you are in campus. This type of learning approach gave us opportunity to provide you better career service. We are able to connect with more industry partners who can share their time, expertise, and guidance as we develop our inner hero within us. Joining us are our industry partners from Jobs 180, Ernst and Young PH, CDO Foodsphere, and UnionBank. They are also heroes from their respective professional field and will help us cultivate our being as Huzay Rizal. On the other hand, may I thank our industry partners who are with us today, Mr. Kim Chua and Jobs 180 team. Hello po. And thank you for joining us today. Our invited resource speakers and GTO team, May Ango, Macabad, and Reyna Yalong. Thank you very much for sharing with us your knowledge and wisdom. To our dear students, get your device, listen, and take notes of those precious wisdom that our resource speaker will share with you today. Stay healthy, safe, and God bless you. Husay Rizaliano. Enjoy!
Thank you for that, Miss Lorraine. And thank you also to the JRU team from marketing to guidance po. Thank you so much for doing all the things back then. Thank you, ma'am. So to our audience, would like to know where you're from. So please comment your name and course, and later type in your question so we can address it after each speaker's talk. So ang mangyayari is that after they do their presentation, we'll do a short Q&A. So at the end of this Q&A, we'll open the floor for the panel naman. So later we have invited representatives to join us to discuss about opportunities and exploring vacancies for the industry that for the courses that are with us today. Yeah. So please don't forget to share these videos with your friends. Attendance and evaluation will be released at the end of this webinar. Digital certificates will also be released at the end. So please tag your friends so they don't miss out on this event. So here's our schedule for today. So we will be discussing job applications using the resume link to be presented by jobswink.com. We have leadership and innovation in the workforce, how to navigate your way to a better career. This will be presented by Ernst & Young Global Services. And future accountants, business owners, entrepreneurs, and professionals, expectations and career opportunities for BAA graduates. So we invited a panel from Breezewood, Prime Asset Ventures, CDO Foodsphere, and UnionBank. So shout out to everyone who is here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, please comment your name and course. So as we go along, wag kayo mahiya to put in your questions so we can read it later. So let's go to our first speaker. So our first speaker for this morning is Sir Kim Chua. He is the managing director for jobs180.com. He has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, customer service, operations, business process, and human resources. He is a trusted resource speaker and he has done over 1,000 career development seminars in more than 400 plus colleges and universities nationwide. Sir Kim, we give you the floor. Please take it away.
Allow me to share to you how to make a job-winning resume. Yan. A lot of you are now looking for a job and exploring for the next chapter in your life. I hope that this session will be able to help you. No, not only you, but the people that you know that needs help in terms of how to make a job-winning resume. Yan. So yan na tinatawag nating resume link. A lot of platforms right now, mga online platforms are being offered left and right. But for you to know paano to magiging job-winning tool or job-winning resume to, meron akong checklist. So go with me, no, with all these checklists. Your checklist should include the following. Number one, kailangan mag-stand out ka. When you look for a job, you have to be able to stand out. Because if you're not going to be able to stand out, then I think you'll just be part of the crowd. You'll be one of the next applicant na wala lang, na hindi mapapansin. Another thing that should be in your checklist is that you should only have one file. Hindi dapat maraming files na iba-iba sinesend sa mga companies. Mas maganda, isang file lang para pag sinend mo, lahat ng details mo nandoon na. Another thing in your checklist is that it should make the process more efficient. Ibig sabihin, mas mabilis mag-submit, mas mabilis makita ng HR, at mas mabilis kayo makontak for possible next steps na or possible job offer na. Now, another thing in my checklist is that dapat tipid ito, wala itong gastos. The tool that I will show you today, wala itong gastos. Libre po ito. At higit sa lahat, itong pinaka-importante sa lahat, this should be in your checklist. The tool should be secured. Okay, more than anything, importante talaga ang data. Pero ang data ninyo, dapat yung protectionan. And using this tool, this is the most secured resume kung tawagin. Bakit siya tinawag na most secured resume? Let me go through the next slides na. Okay? Ito ang tinatawag na resume link. Okay? A personalized URL for anyone can open online anytime. I will use an example para makarelate kayo. If you are John Santos, ang link mo or resume link mo pwede maging johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. At yan na po ang resume link nyo. So how do you make one? Go with me through the 3 simple steps. First step is you have to register. Absolutely, wala tong bayad. Libre po ito. How do you register? You go to the website of jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com at dun ka mag-register on the upper right side of your screen. Now, as you do that, you have to put the basic information. Okay? So, alam nyo na ano mga information yan. Hindi ko na isa-isahin. Babawasan nyo naman at alam nyo naman ano dapat ilagay. Now, as you create your account, you have to use a valid email. Okay? Now, before we go to the email, paalala ko lang, sa mga nag-isip sa inyo, paano kung hindi ako si John Santos, ano gagawin kong resume link? O yan, baka nag-isip kayo eh. So, if ever lang, mayroon kang kapangalan, okay, just so happen na may ibang John Santos na nauna sa inyo, ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon doon na red na box, sasabihin niya, this name has already been taken. Huwag kayong malungkot, pag taken na, okay lang, just be creative. Pwede mo gawin, baliktarin mo. Gawin mo santosjohn.jobs180.com o kaya J Santos o kaya Santos J o kaya JS o kaya SJ. Depende kung ano gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapangalan. Okay? Wala kang kapareho. Now, when you do this, huwag kayong OA. Do not create yung mga ganong klaseng over-creative na mga resume link because it doesn't look professional. Imagine submitting to a company with your resume link that says eljablo.jobs180.com. Hindi yan mukhang professional. Okay? Now, when you register, please use a valid email. Ito yung emphasis ko lang sa pag-create nyo ng account na dapat gamitin yung email, yung nabubuksan yung email, kagaya ng Gmail, Yahoo, or any email na nabubuksan nyo. Do not create, example lang yung mga email na kagaya ng ganito, patricia@facebook.com na email. Huwag kang gagamit ng joseph@facebook.com na email to register. In short, huwag mong gagamitin yung @facebook.com na email. Because if you use @facebook.com na email, you will no longer be able to receive notification being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Importante po na nabubuksan nyo yung email nyo kasi kailangan mo i-verify yung account mo. Okay? It is very important that you verify your account as a proof na ikaw nag-register at pangalawa, para ikaw ay makapag-apply. If you don't do this, if you don't verify, walang mangyayari sa account nyo. Okay? So, sayang lang. So, you have to verify to finish the first step. Okay? How do you verify? Just open your email, look for the link, click mo yung verify, you're done with the first step. Okay? Tapos na yung first step. Ano yung first step? Register. Wala tong bayad. Let's go to the second step. Ang second step, ang pinaka-logical sa lahat. Kailangan kumpleto ang detalye nyo. So how do you do that? You go back again to your account by going to the website of jobs180.com. This time, hindi mo kailangan mag-register. Ang gagawin mo, mag-login. Pag login mo, lagay mo dito yung email nyo or resume link nyo. Kayo lang may alam yan. At lalo na yung password nyo na kayo lang talaga may alam yan. So when you do that, you now go inside your account. Pag nasa loob na kina-account nyo, ano gagawin nyo? Mabilis na lang ito. Fill in the blanks. Okay? Now, I don't have to go through all the information here because definitely, alam mo naman pag sinabi ditong name, malamang pangalan nyo. Pag nakalagay dito address, malamang address nyo. Diba? So, you put all the information ninyo dito. Okay? Lagay nyo. Then, what else do you put in here? Importante po, lagay dito lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak ng isang HR. Kagaya ng social media account nyo. Diba? Hindi lang email tsaka phone number. Bakit? Most of the time, ano nangyayari? Okay, let me tell you. Marami sa inyo nilalagay nyo phone number nyo. Pero pag tinatawagan kayo ng HR, hindi nyo sinasagot. Lalo na pag hindi mo kilala. Hala, sino kaya ito? Hindi mo sasagutin. Diba? Kasi takot kayo, baka nagsascam or whoever yung tumatawag. So, ano mangyayari sa mga HR? Mag-i-email kami ngayon sa inyo. But you don't open email more often than you open your social media account. So, I recommend lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak na isang HR, ilagay mo dito. Kagaya ng mga Facebook nyo or Twitter nyo para mabilis tayo makapag-PM. Private message, makapag-invite for the next step. Okay? What else do you put here? You also put here your work options, yung mga work experience nyo. Pagdating po sa work options, you can see on the screen, you have 4 options na pwede nyo pagpilian. Parang switch lang yan. Yes, no switch, on, off switch. So you can choose here, example, looking for OJT, lagay mo yes, if you're looking for OJT right now. And later on, pag hindi na, turn it off. Edi lagay mo na no. Diba? So depende yan kung anong mas trip nyo or anong mas pasok dun sa hinahanap nyo right now. What the system will do is it will try to match you with companies who are also looking for the same profile with what you have. Yan yung kagandahan ng tool natin. Hindi mo kailangan mag door-to-door para mag-submit ng resume link ninyo. Okay? What else do you put here? You put here your school under education. Even later on, okay, pagka-graduate nyo, you can also put here your schools. Yung mga nag-take pa kayo ng further studies, pwede mo rin ilagay dito. Okay, so walang limit sa space yan. Pagdating ko sa seminars attended, ganun din. Kahit gano'ng karami, pwede nyo ilagay dito. Kahit magkopyahan pa kayo. Just make sure lang alam mo yung seminar na yon. Kaya baka matanong ka sa interview. Pagdating po sa certification, ganun din. Put all the certification programs that you've had, you put it here. Okay? When it comes to the achievement, do not limit your achievement only inside the school. Hindi lahat na nakikinig ngayon ay Dean's Lister. Hindi kayo lahat dito ay honor student. Diba? Ayan, nag-agree marami sa inyo. So, hindi lang po ang achievement nakabase sa academic excellence. Some of you are student leaders. So, if you're active sa school, you also put it here kung ano yung mga pinagkakaabalahan nyo. And hindi lang sa loob ng school, even outside the school. If you're active in your barangay, halimbawa, isa kang tanod, ilagay mo dyan. Diba? Yan yung mga achievement ninyo. So you put it here. Bakit? Because what you're doing now is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to that prospective company. Okay? Now, when it comes to the skills and languages, ito yung common observation namin mga HR. Pagdating sa skills, nilalagay mo lang na skills yung mga umiikot lang sa course nyo. Hindi porkat communication arts ang course mo, com arts lang ang skills na alam mo. Hindi porkat engineering ang course mo, ang alam mo lang na skill ay pang-engineering. Hindi porkat tourism or HRM ang course mo, ang alam mo lang na skill ay pang-tourism at pang-HRM. Maybe some of you are into multimedia, into photography, into videography, into something else, arts, crafts, whatever. Lahat ng yan, skills nyo yan. Remember, what you're doing here is you're marketing yourself more effectively. Kaya kung ako sa inyo, ilagay mo dito lahat ng skills na alam ninyo. Pagdating po sa languages, ganun din. Huwag mong ilimit yan sa dalawang lengguwahe lang. Because I'm sure alam nyo na yung dalawa. Kung dalawa lang talaga alam nyo, din dalawa lang. Ano tong dalawang to? English and Tagalog or Filipino. Okay? Now, if you know other local dialect, Bisaya, Kapampangan, Chabacano, Ilonggo, you can also put it here. If you know foreign languages, German, French, Chinese, Japanese, diba, Korean, pwede mo ilagay dyan. Okay? Walang limit sa space yan. When it comes to the references, sigurado ko yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. Ang malaking tanong dito kayo ba'y kilala nila? Sana oo, di ba? Kasi madalas pag tumatawag kami sa mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. So please tell them, ginawa nyo silang reference para at least they know what to tell about you. Okay? Now at this point, to make your life easier, kung sakali lang nakagawa ka na ng resume nyo in your Word file or maybe in your doc file, depende kung anong file nyo, PDF file, whatever file you have. Kung nakagawa ka na ng resume nyo, simple na lang. Just copy all the information inside dito. No, ilagay mo sa loob ng resume link. Just transfer them here inside the resume link para maging secured yung data nyo. Okay? Kung bakit secured, I'll tell you as we go along. Okay? So yung mga sinabi ko, I think alam nyo na yan. Alam nyo na yan. Okay? Itong mga susunod kong papakita, ito yung mga amazing na portion. Let me start with the portfolio section. Ano yung portfolio section? This is the part where you now upload evidence of your skills. Example, ano ebidensya na graduate na kayo later on? Diploma. Diba? Transcript. Ano pa? Toga, hindi ebidensya yung toga. Okay? Kung ano man meron nyo, 'di ba? Certificate, diploma, yan, ebidensya yan. Okay? Kung transcript of records is evidence na graduate na kayo. Ano ebidensya na wala kayong criminal record? NBA clearance, police clearance, 'di ba? Ano ebidensya na pwede ka pumunta sa ibang bansa? Passport, visa, lahat ng mga sinasabi mong mga skills mo or yung mga what you're claiming that you know, you can now support them here sa portfolio section by showing those documents. Diba? Anong ebidensya na ikaw ay healthy? Meron kang medical clearance. Anong ebidensya na pwede ka mag-drive ng sasakyan? Meron kang driver's license. Diba? So gets nyo na yung sinasabi ko. Ang point ko lang is you can now put the things here to support yung claim nyo of your skills. Now, you're starting to think, Sir, kung pare-pareho naman kaming graduate sa school namin, pare-pareho kami magkakaklase, same yung course namin, same yung school, same yung teachers, same yung curriculum, pare-pareho lang naman kami lahat, walang experience sa trabaho, how will we stand out? Ayan, di ba? Okay, ito ngayon yung isang magandang recommendation ko sa inyo on how you now stand out. You get your smartphones. Kunin mo yung mga smartphones nyo. Kung wala, manghiram sa kaibigan. Okay, hiram mo sa kaibigan mo. I-record mo yung selfie video mo. You say something interesting about yourself. Record it in about 30 seconds to 1 minute lang. Huwag na masyadong mahaba. Ano gagawin mo? Pretend that you are being interviewed by the HR. So you answer basic questions like, tell me something about yourself. O, di ba? Ano yung mga gasgas sa tanong natin? Why should we hire you? O, di ba? Just imagine na tinanong ka ng HR at sasagutin mo na lang siya. Ang maganda lang ngayon, recorded mo. So kung di mo type yung sagot, i-delete mo. Pag type mo, you save it. Then you upload it sa YouTube or sa Vimeo. Maraming mga video channel na libre, yung mga video converter sa online. Hanapin mo lang. And when you're done, you put that video link doon sa portfolio section nyo. O, di ba? This time, it will definitely make you stand out because depende na to sa diskarte mo on how you're going to present yourself. Okay? So I leave it up to you on how you do that. Now, another thing for you to do, na sure akong hindi to makokopya ng classmate mo, ay yung picture mo. Diba? So you put your profile picture here. Now, when it comes to the picture, hindi kailangan sobrang formal na formal. Hindi kailangan pumunta sa studio. Huwag na kayo gumastos. Ang importante dito, tumingin kayo sa camera. Plain background. Okay? Plain background, tumingin kayo sa camera. Wear something, of course. Wear something decent. Okay? Do not upload profile pictures that look like the right side of your screen. Yung mga sample na yan, hindi po maganda example yan. Okay? So, huwag kayo maglagay ng ganun kasi mga sample na profile picture. Now, another good thing pa that will make you stand out using the resume link is your cover photo. Yes! A picture paints 1,000 words. Yan ang kasabihan na very, very applicable dito. A lot of you who are listening today, hindi kayo gifted with writing skills. Hirap kayo i-express ang inyong feelings at inyong thoughts into words. Hindi mo ma-type, hindi mo ma-sulat. Tama? Hirap tayo eh. Bakit? Hindi natural sa atin yan. Pero pagdating sa picture, kayang-kaya mo i-express yung inyong personality. Look at the examples I'm showing you. Look at the one on the left. Ano siya? Isa siyang ophthalmologist or optometrist. Sabi naman ng iba, eye expert. Di ba? Ina sa kanan, ano siya? Sabi ng iba, sir, parang IT. Sir, techie siguro kasi maraming gadget, pati stapler, gadget niya. Di ba? O sabi ng iba naman, sir, parang makalat. O depende na kung how you are going to interpret it. But now, the way I see it, itong taong to, multitasker. Okay? Another good example I'm showing you is this one. Someone from psychology, someone from neurologies, or maybe someone who knows left and right. Ganun lang kasimple. No? So, depende yan how you're going to express yourself. Okay? Another good example pa, ito. Itong person na to, ang gusto niya sabihin, there's no shortcut to success. You will be able to reach your goal by taking one step at a time. O, di ba? So, I'm showing you good examples. Hindi yan member na Akit Bahay Gang. Hindi rin po yan social climber, in case that's what you're thinking. So, kung nagpakita ko ng magaganda example, I will also show you yung mga hindi magandang example para wag niyong gagayahin. Huwag kayong magpapaka-misteryoso. Okay? Make sure you put your picture there. Okay? Kasi maraming pangalan ngayon, interchangeable. Ako mismo, guilty ako dyan. My name is Kim. A lot of people think babae ako. Ako rin mismo, napagkakamala ko yung mga aplikante, pinakita ko, Chris, George, Alex, Sam. O, diba? Minsan isipin ko, Joey, lalaki. Yung pala, babae. Diba? So, you better put your picture there para at least alam ng HR who to expect. Okay? Now, when you make your resume link, dapat may laman talaga yan. Kasi kung walang laman yan, ganyan itsura niyan. Blanco. And how do you expect companies will look, or HR from companies will look at your profile if you submit to them resume links that look like this? It's like submitting a piece of a paper, bond paper, or long bond paper, short bond paper na walang laman except pangalan mo. And that's the same as this one. So, hindi yan papansinin ng mga HR for sure. Okay? Sayang lang oras nyo tsaka oras ng HR. Kailangan attractive. Okay? When I say attractive or catchy, do not overdo it naman. Now, this is just in my opinion. In my opinion, I think this one is not a good example. Kasi ang dating niya parang tamad, parang happy-go-lucky, parang chill-chill lang, no? Parang ganoon na dating. So, I leave it up to you on how you'll be, expressing yourself na dito. Okay? So, sa mga personality nyo. Alam niyo na, anong dapat nyo gawin at hindi nyo dapat gawin. So, showing a very good example is si iExpert. Tignan mo, lahat ng detalye niya, kompleto. Everything from top to bottom, kompleto lahat ng details, including yung kanyang mga portfolio section na nagpapatunay na siya ay isang licensed ophthalmologist. Pinakita niya lahat ng mga posibleng hingiin pa sa kanya ng mga HR. So bakit ko sinabi sa inyo napapabilis yung buhay dito? Hindi lang buhay nyo. Pati buhay din ng HR napapabilis. Because once you submit all this information to that company, when the HR opens your resume link and sees everything about you, dalawa lang ang pwedeng mangyari niyan. One is, nahuli mo atensyon, gusto kanya ngayon kausapin or schedule for the next step, like interview or possibly job offer, or hindi ka nag-fit. Yun yung second. Di ba? Para at least, ang maganda rito, hindi na pabalik-balik, hindi na siya tatawag para sabihin, hello ma'am, meron ka bang evidence na graduate ka na talaga sa school na yan? Can you send me your transcript? Di ba? Can you send me yung mga evidence or yung mga sample skills or sample work mo kasi you are in IT or in graphic design? Di ba? That's yung ibig ko sabihin. Huwag nang pabalik-balik, sayang yung oras. Okay? Time is of the essence, lalo na ngayon. So you put everything there, at least pa nakita ng HR, diretso na kagad sa pag-process sa inyo. Okay? A lot of you are now thinking, Sir, pag gumawa ako ng resume link at nilagay ko lahat ng information ko dyan, baka naman yung mga data ko nakakalat na sa buong mundo. Baka naman yung mga information ko nakalantad na sa buong internet. The answer is no. Kaya nga siya tinawag na the most secured resume. Okay? Bakit siya tinawag na most secured resume? Because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings. Follow the screen. Inside your dashboard, when you log in, you can go to your settings. Sa settings mo, to be specific, puntahan mo yung privacy settings. In your privacy settings, you choose the information that you want to show in public. Halimbawa lang you do not want to show your birthday. What do you do? Turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita yung address mo. What do you do? Turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita ang inyong references. What do you do? Turn it off. So lahat na naka-off, hindi lalabas sa public. At sino may control niyan? Kayo lang. O, di ba? Ang maganda pa rito, real-time update yan. Halimbawa, today, you decide not to show your birthday, your address, and references. And then 5 minutes later, you decide, sige, pakita ko na nga birthday ko. Turn it on. Real time. 5 minutes later, the moment you save your settings, lahat na binigyan mo ng resume link, updated na rin sila real time. As in real time. Di ba? Ayos, di ba? Sige, tuloy natin. Tuloy pa natin to. So, reminders ko na lang sa mga late na dumating or kakakinig lang, when you make your resume link, make sure that your profile is interesting and attractive. Okay? Wag OA. Iba yung over naman yun. No? Wag naman ganun. So, make sure it's attractive, it's catchy. Complete all the information, especially your contact details. Kasi sayang naman lahat ng ginawa mo, nahuli mo attention, hindi ka makontak ng HR. So, better make sure nandyan yung mga contact details na updated. Okay? So, yan. So, tapos na tayo sa 2 steps. Last step na lang. Ano yung first step? Recap lang. First step is register. Wala tong bayad. Libre po yan. Second step is for you to complete the information. Yan ang pinaka-logical. And the last step now is for you to submit. So, you're now thinking, okay to paano ko gagamitin ngayon yung resume link? Bigyan kita ng iba-ibang paraan. Okay, lahat ito practical application para makarelate kayo. Unang option, pumunta ka sa website ng jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com, and that's where you now start to look for companies. Type the companies that you're looking for. Pag may lumabas, edi good. Pag walang lumabas, edi wala. Okay, huwag din pilitin. Okay? Now, you can also see there a lot of companies, a lot of company logos that you can shop around, you can choose, learn about the company, and if you want to be part of the company, I recommend you submit your resume link kahit na hindi ka pa qualified. Let me repeat what I just said. If you want to be part of an organization, if you want to be part of that company, even if you are not yet qualified, I recommend you give your resume link to that company. Bakit? Imagine, kung ngayong hapon, ngayong araw, nagsubmit ka ng resume link sa isang kumpanya na naghahanap ng 3 years experience na aplikante. Wala ka pang 3 years experience. Okay lang. Because nabigay mo na yung resume link mo sa kanya, pagdating ng 2024, siguro naman by that time, meron ka ng 3 years experience, di ba? Kasi nag-work ka na ngayon by 2021. By 2024, may 3 years experience ka na, pwede ka na ma-qualify dun sa position na in-applyan mo. And you never know. That company might just contact you later on, provided that your details are still updated. So you have to update those information real time. Ayos ba? Ayos, di ba? Wala nang pabalik-balik. Hindi mo na kailangan magbalik-balik dun sa kumpanya para sabihin, nag-apply po ko sa inyo last year. Ako po yung OJT nyo 3 months ago. Wala nang ganun. Okay? Another practical application. When you submit your resumes through email, how do you do that? Madalas, ito ginagawa natin. Mag-email tayo, sasabihin natin, Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for the following position, and this is my resume. Ano gagawin nyo? I-attach mo yung Word file mo or PDF file mo. Tama? If that is how you're doing it, wag mo nang gawin yon. Wag ka na mag-attach ng anything sa email. Pampabagal lang yan, tsaka makaluma na yung style na yan. Bakit ko sinabi yon? Kasi hindi mo na kailangan talaga mag-attach ng anything. Ang gagawin mo, i-type mo na lang doon sa email mo yung resume link mo. Example, Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for the following position. And this is my resume. In this example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz, 01.jobs180.com. That's it. Submit. I look forward to your information. Thank you. Send. Every time meron kang babaguhin sa details mo, hindi mo na kailangan padalhan yung HR. Kasi kung ginagamit mo mga attachment, ang kulit niyan ang kulit, saka nakapagod. Ano gagawin mo pag nagbago ka ng phone number? Dear HR Manager, this is now my updated resume. Mamaya-maya, 2 weeks later, nagpalit ka ng phone number. Ano gagawin mo? Dear HR manager, this is now my updated, most recent resume. O di ba? Every time meron kang babaguhin, padala ka na padala doon sa HR. Nakakapagod yan, hindi lang sa part nyo, kundi sa part din namin sa mga HR to keep track which one yung pinaka-updated na details. So this time, wala na kailangan. Palit-palit na lang kayo ng details nyo, update-update na lang sa loob ng resume link. Ayos ba? Ayos pa. Okay, tuloy pa natin to. Okay? If you want to print your resume, this is now the good news. You can now print your resume link. No matter how much information you have, the system will try to compress everything into one page. So kung gusto mo talaga mag-print ng papel at mag-submit sa mga kumpanya, walang kaso. Pumunta ka lang sa dashboard mo, hanapin mo yung print na option at mamili ka kung 1 column or 2 column version ang gusto mo i-print. What the system will do is it will try to compress everything into one page para tipid na. O, di ba? Now, usapang tipid. Ito mas tipid pa. Gusto mo mag-print ng resume pero gusto mo magtipid. Itong gawin mo. Gumawa ka ng resume link card. Ano tong resume link card? Sa isang pirasong long bond or short bond paper, mag-design ka ng maraming resume link card. No, maliliit lang, parang business card ang dating. In one piece of paper, I think you can make 10, 20 sets of cards. Depende sa size ng papel mo. At ang importante na ilagay mo dyan sa resume link card mo ay syempre ang inyong resume link. Diba? So, hindi mo na kailangan ilagay lahat ng details mo sa resume sa loob ng maliit na papel. Lagay mo lang resume link mo. And that is what you now give to the companies when you start applying. Look at the picture I'm showing you. Diba? Tipid. Hindi lang tipid. Secured pa. Tingnan nyo. If you submit yung big paper resume nyo, long bond paper, sinubmit mo sa isang kumpanya, nag-apply ka. For some reason, nilipad ng hangin. Yung nakapulot ng papel na yan, alam na buong detalye mo because everything is in that one-page printout. Now, if you lose that small piece of paper, don't worry. Meron kang peace of mind. Bakit? Yung mga kapulot niyan, limited sa privacy settings mo because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings kahit na i-type niya yan sa browser. Okay? So, ang recommend ko rin sa mga nakikinig, use the gadget. Take advantage of the technology. Use your gadget, your laptop, your cell phone, your tablet, kung ano man. Okay? Para ngayon kasi, this day and age, technology na ang gamitin natin. Kung mano-mano pa rin kayo, wala kayong gadget, okay lang. Huwag kayong malungkot. You can still submit to the companies by just simply writing the resume link on a piece of paper. As simple as that. Okay? So, again, sa mga nagtatanong, ano yung mga guidelines ko para makagawa ako ng job-winning resume? Ito yung guideline ko. Ito yung checklist ko. Are you using the right tool? That's the ultimate question. There are so many tools right now, but these are the things that you should consider when you make your resume. And that is the resume link. It already addresses the following. Number 1, security ng information mo. I hope by this time, you have peace of mind. Ito na ang pinaka-secured na information because you have the ultimate control over your privacy setting. Pangalawa, the speed of hire becomes faster. It becomes more efficient because whatever you need, whatever the HR needs, you can already put it inside the resume link. Another thing is that it's flexible. If you want to print, just in case lang gusto mo talaga mag-print ng resume nyo, you have the option to print it. And you don't have to worry about saan ko sinave yung file na yan, saan ko tinago, wala nang ganun. Just log into your account and print. Mamili ka lang kung 1 column or 2 column version. At higit sa lahat, wala po itong bayad. Tipid po ito. Walang bayad. Okay? Ang kailangan mo lang, of course, internet. Sa mga nag-iisip sa inyo, sir, kailangan ko ng pan-data, pwede ka naman makakonect sa internet na walang data eh. Punta ka sa libreng wifi. Di ba? Baka yung kapitbahay nyo may libreng wifi, makagamit ka muna. Later on, pag may trabaho ka na, may sweldo na, bayaran mo yung wifi niya. O, di ba? Bawi-bawi lang yan. No? Give and take. And there are a lot more benefits to just what I've mentioned. Marami pang iba. You can share your resume link to whatever platform you want to share it to. Gusto mo i-text? Gusto mo siya i-private message? Gusto mo i-send via Viber? Kayo bahala. Pwede mo i-share. Basta kayo may control. Ganun lang kasimple. No? Kung hindi mo ito binigay sa kahit kanino, hindi malalaman to nung taong yon. And you don't have to save it to whatever USBs or hard drive. No need na. Wala rin tong mga tipong version na kailangan pang mag-compatible. Walang ganun. Lahat ito compatible. Pwede lahat. Okay? So, shout out na lang ako. Shout out to all our school partners. By the grace of God, right now, we have about 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide, including your alma mater. So, thank you. We're very thankful for this opportunity that we're able to do this kahit tayo nasa loob ng bahay, kahit kayo ay nasa loob ng bahay. So, hindi tayo physically nagpe-present, pero nakakatulong pa rin tayo, especially if you have friends or relatives whom you think would need this tool. Please share this to them. Okay? Sa mga nagtatanong naman ng mga frequently asked questions, sasagutin ko na. Ito kasi yung mga common questions na kadalasan tinatanong sa akin. Ang tanong, can I give my resume link to companies who do not know about jobs180.com? The answer is absolutely yes. It depends kung sino ang bibigyan mo. Ikaw may ultimate control niyan. Okay? Pangalawang question, is this the same as other job platform like LinkedIn, JobStreet, iba pang mga job site? The answer is no. Meron tong dalawang major difference. Yes. Lalo na pagdating sa security. Okay. Of course, explain lang ako Okay. With respect to the other sites that I've mentioned, let me just use JobStreet as an example para lang mas makarelate, no? Para makarelate. You can only use JobStreet resume if you're applying to companies who are also using JobStreet. If you're applying to a company who is not using JobStreet, you cannot use your JobStreet resume anymore. With your resume link, you can use this to any type of company, any platform, wherever they are. Kahit sa loob ng Pilipinas or sa labas ng Pilipinas, pwede mong applyan. Kahit hindi niya alam ang Jobs 180, basta alam niya ang resume link mo, pwede niya mabuksan ang profile at makita according to your settings. That's the first difference. Pangalawang difference, kung nabigay mo na, kung na-submit mo na ang JobStreet resume mo sa isang company, wala ka nang pwedeng baguhin. Lahat ng data mo nandun na yan sa HR. Yes. Hindi na magbabago yan real time. With your resume link, na-submit mo today, mali pala number mo, na-submit mo today, mali pala yung spelling mo, you can always edit it. Enter, save it. Real-time update. Lahat ng bigyan mo ng resume link, updated real-time. Ayos? Okay, tuloy tayo sa number 3 question. Number 3 question is the easiest question. Ang tanong dito is, can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time, na-convince ko na kayo na ito na ang pinaka-secured na platform. Okay? That's the reason why I'm sharing this to you. Okay? Number 4, I think this is the most important question. How often should you update your resume link? Ang sagot dito, hindi araw-araw, hindi linggo-linggo, hindi buwan-buwan, hindi taon-taon. Ang sagot dito ay every time. Every time na meron kayong babaguhin, lalo na ang contact details nyo. Yan ang importante. You have to update your contact details every time na meron kayong papalitan doon. Kasi yan yung paraan para makontak kayo ng mga companies. And the last question is just a trivia. Why is this called jobs180.com? This is called jobs180.com because we want to turn your life around. Yan, di ba? 180 degrees. Hindi siya 360. Kasi kung 360, bumalik ka lang kung saan ka galing. Di balik-balik ka lang, balik-balik ka lang, balik-balik ka lang. Di wala nangyari. Di ba? So you have to do it 180 degrees. It's a straight line towards your career goal. Okay? Just in case may tanong pa kayo, nahiya magtanong, pumunta lang kayo sa website namin, sa jobs180.com or email us, email me here sa info@jobs180.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram para makakuha kayo ng mga latest trends in recruitment. Okay? Again, my name is Kim Chua. Don't forget yung wa. Okay? Baka Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. Na nagsasabing, be safe at isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
Thank you for that, sir. So to our audience, the floor is now open for questions. So I'll go first to give you time to think about the questions. First question, sir. Can you use your school email like in registration? Because we've been seeing this and we just want to put the reminder out there.
Yes. Technically speaking, the school issued email addresses are legit emails naman, 'di ba? So pwede mo gamitin 'yon to register for your resume link. However, ito yung malaking however diyan. However, later on pagka-graduate na ninyo, and I'm sure you will graduate sooner or later, you might not be able to have access to that email anymore. So you need to change that to your personal email. Kaya ang recommend ko kung kayo ay nakagawa na ng resume link at ginamit niyo ay ang school issued email addresses nyo, you edit it now. You change it na to your personal email so that you don't need to remember pa later on para palitan yung email na yon. Now, in case lang you have not created your resume link, I recommend you use your personal email na. So you don't need to be bothered later on to change pa. Ayun, yun yung recommend ko. Okay?
Okay, next question, sir. Is it okay to apply for positions or jobs beyond your course, like totally unrelated to your field?
Yes, like in this example, the audience today are from the College of Business and Accounting and Accountancy. So, in relation to the question of Ma'am Shari, if you see an opportunity, say for graphic design, Diba? Halimbawa, or nasa multimedia, nasa IT, or nasa any field, no? Education, ganyan. Is it okay to apply or to explore? My answer is yes. As long as number one, gusto mo yun, no? You have to have the passion for that type of job. Pangalawa is you're fit dun sa qualification ng company. And it takes two to tango, no? As the old people would normally say it, no? Though hindi pa naman ako olds. Pero I usually hear that na it takes two to tango. O, pag hindi nyo alam ano yung tango, i-research nyo. How can you dance tango by by only one person? You don't do that. So you have to dance with the partner, sabi nga. So it takes two to tango in the sense that if the company will also be seeing the fit, yung fit ng applicant doon sa requirement nila, then I'm sure you can of course explore yung opportunity na yon. Kaya ang sa akin, wala namang masama mag-apply kahit gaano karami kumpanya applyan nyo. Kahit walang connect sa course nyo, walang connect sa accounting, walang connect sa business courses nyo. As long as you do your research, alam mo yung pinapasukan nyo, alam mo yung gusto mo, yung ina-applyan mo, then I think it's worth exploring. Okay, just use your resume link. You never know. Diba? Maka-consider kayo. There.
Okay, sir, we just got the question here coming from our audience. This one
Yes.
is from Mary Ann De Samero.
Okay.
Kahit po ba naka-turn off yung information namin, visible pa rin po ba yun sa pinapasahan namin ng resume?
Kung naka-turn off ang information ninyo, meaning in your privacy settings, nilagay mo, do not show in public. Okay? Wala pong lalabas. Ito recommend ko, Ma'am Mary Ann, subukan nyo gawin. Okay? When you create your resume link, go to your privacy settings, i-turn off mo yung mga notification. Then what you do next is you go to a different tab, a different browser, type mo doon yung resume link mo. And then what you will see there is yung public view. So whatever you do on your end dun sa privacy settings mo, example, show or hide, whatever you're going to hide or to show, yan yung mag-reflect pag sinave mo yung information mo doon sa public browser na inopen mo. Okay, just to answer your question, pag in-off mo, then of course naka-off siya. Okay, pag in-on mo, mag-on siya. Ganun yon. Okay, real-time update, ikaw may control.
Pero sa pinasahan mo, sir, kung nag-apply ka,
Okay. Kung nag-apply ka sa companies, eto yan. May dalawang possible effects ito. Number one, if you applied to the companies using Jobs on 80 na website, no? Using the website of Jobs on 80, example lang, nakita mo dun yung Ernst and Young, no? Gusto mo mag-apply sa EY, GDS. So you go to jobs180.com/EYGDS and then you see there the different career opportunities. Tapos pa nag-submit ka doon ng resume link mo, the system will prompt for a password, a ID and a password. So you have to put there your resume link and your password. No? Pag ginawa mo yon, it's tantamount to saying that you are giving your consent to the company. So kahit sinabi mo hide this, hide that, hide everything sa loob ng resume link settings mo, pero pag ginawa mo yon, binigay mo yung consent mo dun sa company for them to view your information through the website of jobs180.com, then makita niya yung buong details mo. Makita niya. Okay, now the other scenario, remember I mentioned two scenarios. The other scenario naman is if you're going to give your resume link via email. Example, you send it via email, no? And then you send it via chat, messenger, or depende, Viber, kung saan mo man gusto i-send, no? Sulat sa papel, binigay mo sa kumpanya, halimbawa lang, or tinext mo. Yung ganong information, controlled yon ni user in terms of the privacy settings. Kasi mabubuksan lang naman yon ng company through the browser, meaning when they type it in the public browser. So you're limited, the HR will be limited with the privacy settings that you're going to set. Okay, so I hope clear yung dalawang magkaibang example. Itong dalawang example na to. Okay?
Ayan,
Thank you.
Thank you. We have another question from Arlene Peralta. Regarding sa privacy, mabubuksan po ba ng employer yung link na created kung naka-private?
I think this is similar to the other question except lang dito walang submission, no? Ang nangyari lang dito is ang basis ko dito, Ma'am Arlene, yung tanong nyo is sa public browser. Okay, so sa public browser, subject sa privacy settings nyo. So, to answer your question, mabubuksan ba ng employer kung ang nilagay mo ay private, kung ano lang ang nilagay nyo to show. Pag nilagay mo doon hide, ano, hide address, hide birthday, hide references, kahit anong gawin nung binigyan mo ng resume link, pag binuksan niya yan sa browser, no, yung Google Chrome, Firefox, Android, Safari, whatever browser you're using, limited sila doon sa sinet mo na information. Kung ano lang yung shino mo. Pag hinide mo, hindi siya lalabas. Okay?
For clarification purposes, sir, pwede pong
Ah.
i-disable yung entire resume link.
Yes, yes, you can. You could.
Not
You
visible
don't
at
need to
all.
delete. Oo, there we're getting some emails no from job seekers na siguro nagkaroon na sila ng trabaho no after a while because they use their resume link and then they wanted to delete their account. So sometimes they will be sending an email saying, "Can you delete my account because I already found a job?" Ang normal sagot ng customer support team natin diyan, sinasabi na you don't need to delete your account. What you need to do lang is you just hide lang, no? Hide mo lang lahat ng settings mo and then turn off the notification. Just in case ang ayaw mo na maistorbo ngayon kasi ang daming mga possible job matches eh. 'Di ba? So tanggalin mo lang, i-off mo lang yung notification para tahimik ang buhay. Ayun. And then later on pagka ikaw ay nag-explore na ulit, gusto mo na maghanap ng mga possible na trabaho, then you turn it on again. So you get those notifications. Okay?
Okay.
So there. I hope na
So,
answer ko 'yon.
bottom line nito, sir, pag sa website sila ng Jobs 180 nag-apply, full disclosure to sa mga companies na sisendan nila ng
Yes, kung
application.
nagbigay
Post
sila nung
register.
kanilang consent, kasi by giving their consent, of course, you are allowing the
Okay.
companies no, to
Can you
view.
also see the status of your applications? Like, for example, you sent
Yes,
a lot.
yes, you could. Yes, you can. No, as a job seeker, when you log into your account sa dashboard ninyo, makita nyo doon yung mga kumpanyang in-applyan ninyo. So, doon sa mga company side naman, you will be able to see there kung pina-process kayo or naka-unprocess pa rin. Okay, so far dalawa lang. We don't want to confuse you with a lot of terminology. So dalawa lang 'yan. Either unprocessed pa, meaning hindi pa ginagalaw ng HR, no, hindi pa nabibuksan, or you're being processed, meaning tinitingnan na nila. Depende kung ano yung process kasi ng company. Iba-iba yung mga HR and recruitment process ng bawat kumpanya. So, in short, tinag na lang namin siya as being processed. No? So, yun na yun. You'll be able to see that on your dashboard.
Speaking of that, sir,
Mm.
gaano katagal yung dapat pong i-expect ng isang applicant kapag nag-send out siya ng mga resumes?
For
Gaano po
companies to
processing
process,
processing time?
Depende yan sa sa HR process or recruitment process ng isang company. Because some companies I'm talking about current hiring Syempre yung may mga companies they also put their positions and jobs on 80 kahit na for pooling, no, for later on, for later use 'yon. So kung pooling 'yon, di expect nyo na hindi pa siya urgent. Now I'm talking about yung mga urgent and current hiring. Kung current hiring 'yan, I speak for myself as an HR As an HR is normally you give about 1 to 2 weeks time for the HR to process, because what they'll be doing is they'll be processing all those who apply to them and then sort them based on sino yung mas shortlist nila. And then of course depende sa again sa paano yung proseso nila. Some of them they would have to go through certain ranking pa sa loob ng team nila. Sino mas okay, sino unahin natin, 'di ba? Syempre ganoon 'yan, 'di ba? Kumbaga among the good ones, may magsa-stand out pa diyan 'di ba? The best among the best, sabi nga. So ito ngayon yung uunahin nila, syempre o-offeran o ipa-process. Now just to give a timeline lang, I would look at around 2 weeks time, no? Is I think an ideal turnaround time. At the most maybe 1 month. No, in 1 month time, pag hindi pa rin kayo kino-contact, malamang sa malamang baka iba na yung na-process nila. Pero just in case lang you're able to talk to the HR for whatever part of the interview process, kung nakausap mo, you can politely ask naman ano yung what to expect, what to expect next. No, pwede mo nang tanungin may I know ano yung next steps. 'Di ba? Para lang when they tell you, you wait for 3 weeks because we're going to process people in 3 weeks time. If you do not get a call, that means we have opted for a different applicant. O, di ba? Now, when you get a call, definitely you'll be asked to come back or to move on to the next steps na. O, ganun. At least nagkaalaman. Di ba? Hindi yung araw-araw ka nagdadasal. Umaasa na sana tumawag. Yun pala, hindi pa pala sila matatawag sa'yo. Ayun lang. Okay? So, I hope I was able to answer that question.
Okay, thank you for that, sir. Ayan. So to our audience, if you wish to look at companies and postings available, it's on your screen. That's schools.jobsunity.com/JRU. So you see the postings from the companies here today and also of the other partners and other employers looking to hire. Yung mga vacancies nila posted din dun. So dun maganda mag-research. Ayan. So thank you for that, Sir Kim. So to everyone, if you missed out on the first part of this event, it will also be available at the I'm looking at it. Where is it? It will
Aside
also
from
be,
YouTube and Facebook, I think,
yes,
no, na
it will
Jobs
also be
180.
posted in the Resilient Career and Placement Canvas course. Ayan, that's what
Yes.
I'm looking for. Ayan, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay,
And thank you
sige.
for Kim. Have a great
Thank
day.
you and be safe, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So next up, we will be discussing leadership and innovation in the workforce, how to navigate your way to a better career. So this will be presented by Sir Al Dennis Supetran, Talent Development Assistant Director for Ernst and Young Global Delivery Services Philippines. So Sir Dennis brings with him over 18 years of experience in supporting the learning and development needs of organizations across levels. Prior to joining EY, he worked with GP Strategies as the Leadership and Management Training Manager for East Asia. He has also worked with HSBC Global Services Centers, partnering with various senior leaders in 7 countries to drive leadership development. Sir Dennis has a Bachelor's of Science degree in Psychology from Ateneo de Manila University. He is also a certified facilitator for Situational Leadership 2 program from the Ken Blanchard companies, as well as the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator program from CPP. He is also a certified instructor for TRACOM Social Style and Versatility. In his spare time, Sir Dennis enjoys playing tabletop games, Dungeons and Dragons, and board games with friends and spending time with his 2 kids. Sir Dennis?
Hello, Sherry.
Hi,
Hello,
sir. How are
everyone.
you?
Morning. Good morning. Good,
Sir,
good. And
today,
I was just mentioning to the Jobs 180 staff. Great to hear that everyone is safe from the recent super typhoon, and I hope that
yes.
all of the students that are joining us are also safe as well.
Ayan. Sir, for today, we're actually trying the high flex method. So some of the students are actually watching in school physically right now. And while the rest are on social media. Ayan po. So, sir, your presentation is up. I
Okay.
leave you to it, and I'll be back after 20 minutes. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sherry. So thank you so much as well for JRU for inviting Jobs 180 and of course Ernst and Young to join in this, today's event. This actually is my second time to speak to JRU students. The first time was actually October of last year, and it's great to see the development. But last year we were talking about new normal, how are we transitioning, and now we're talking about how do we present ourselves as leader and how do we bring and put forward innovation back in the workplace, especially when you look at it from your perspective as graduating students. How are you able to build these habits? And I think that that in a nutshell is the main purpose of my talk for today, because when you talk about leadership and innovation in the workplace, uh, these are really skills and habits that you can develop and build on your own. So oftentimes, people might think, leadership. Well, you're either born a leader, right? You either have it or you don't. But here, as with all things, EY wants to help everyone, especially those that come to join us, to build the better version of themselves. And this is really in service and also, of course, in pursuit of that overall purpose of EY, which is building a better working world. So we look at these two things, leadership and innovation, as skills and habits that we can definitely develop. So I hope that for today's talk, I'll be able to share some of the insights that I've built over the years in terms of these two topics and how you can help these basic principles help you to navigate to a better career decision for yourself. So just to talk a little about EY, like what I mentioned, EY recognizes the human potential of everyone. And that's the reason why, at this point in time, EY is one of the big four accounting and professional services firms in the world, with over 360,000 individuals joining us across the globe. Now, in particular, here in the Philippines, we have two big organizations that are part of EY. So, one is we have the EY Global Delivery Services firm, which I am a part of, and I lead the talent development function for the entire country. And of course, some of you, especially the accounting graduates, may also be more familiar as well with our local partner firm, which is SGV and Co. So this is SISIP, Gores and Vilay, which is one of the largest professional and accounting services firms here in the Philippines as well. So just to give you an idea of what EYGDS is. So In particular, the Global Delivery Services Network, which we are a part of, is actually comprised of 55,000. So again, an increasing number of that 360,000 total headcount of EY globally. And in particular, in the Philippines, we just celebrated our 5,000 milestone in terms of our headcount. So again, we are a fast-paced and fast-growing organization, and that's why all of you, whether you're coming from a management background, whether you're coming from an accounting or finance background, we hope that you give us an opportunity and explore what are some of the options available for you. Now, going back to what I was discussing earlier, right? Leadership and innovation. Oftentimes, these are two of the most sought after skills from a company perspective, whether you're talking about, a local company here in the Philippines or even multinational firms like EY. Now, in particular, like I mentioned earlier, EY sees these two things as things that we can develop. And this is very much evident in the three tips that I have for each and every one of you to help navigate yourselves to a better career. And it all starts out with your habits. And again, as what Sherry mentioned, all of you are at this point in time in a transition stage, right? For the past 2 years, predominantly all of us got into our own online habits, diba? How to wake up, when to wake up, what is our routine from the time we wake up to the classes, so on and so forth, right? But now that you are, again, and for some of you are in the university itself, diba? Trying to connect to the network, navigating, saan ba ako upo para I have the best signal, and all of those things, you're beginning to rebuild those habits. So it is possible for people to build our habits over time. And that's why when we talk about the three tips I have for you, the first one is, what is your mindset when it comes to leadership? Diba? Because in EY, we believe that everyone has the capacity and the capability to lead, regardless of job title or function. So, what do I mean by that? So, maybe some of you might be thinking, oh, for my career, I want to be the best, accountant. I want to be the best manager. I want to be the best, finance specialist, right? Which is again an individual endeavor. Some of you might be in the mindset that, I want to climb up that career ladder. I want to become a manager. I want to be a senior manager. I want to be a partner, a director, executive director, so on and so forth. But regardless of whether you want to pursue that path of specialization or that leadership and management path, the qualities needed of becoming a leader can help you in great stead. So this can help you regardless of whether you're pursuing an individual career to be the best, accountant, finance analyst, etc., or if you want to climb that corporate ladder. Now, what's the second tip I have for everyone? The second tip is really building habits to be agile. Now, oftentimes when we talk about innovation, right? Some people say, "Oh, innovation, kailangan, di ba? You have to think of, you have to be creative, you have to be in a position to create new ideas." So it is true that some innovations spring from a flash of genius, meaning bigla naisip, bigla nakita. But most innovations, and again, this is a sentiment shared by Peter Drucker, right, which is one of the greats in terms of leadership training, and also this was quoted in a Harvard Business article, right, all the way back in 2002. But again, this was also repeated in a most recent study by McKinsey, and this was released just in 2020. That when you talk about innovations, right, especially the successful ones, this is actually a result of a couple of things. It results from a conscious, purposeful search for innovation opportunities. So you have to have the mindset, you have to have the habits, you have to have the persistent and the tenacity. And when those opportunities come, are you able to recognize them? And part of that is making sure that you are agile. So some of you, as you enter the workplace, you'll begin to hear some of these terms: agile methodology, agile training. You need to be agile in terms of your mindset, habits, in terms of your workplace, etc. So agility is something that's very, very important for a lot of companies nowadays, right? And building those habits that allow individuals to be agile, especially, for example, For EY, yes, we do have a lot of partnerships with technology firms, SAP, Microsoft, etc. But those are only enablers for us. The main source and the main reason why EY continues to be one of the largest accounting and professional services firms in the world is simply because of the type of people that we hire, right? So we want to develop those habits that make people agile in terms of their mindset, in terms of their methodology when it comes to work. So building those habits, and again, even as students, some of these habits, as you can see later, you can actually start building them as early as now, so that when you go into these interviews, and oftentimes you might even have some of those common interview questions set to check how agile are you, right? And I'll talk more about that in a little bit. Now, what's the last one? The last one is, of course, a reminder for all of us to continuously develop your skills. And that's the reason why when you start applying for different companies like EY, we want you to take a look at what are the learning offerings, diba? Do they have the mentality na, okay, if this is your job, then the materials, the programs, uh, everything learning related that we will throw at you will be related to that, right? And we will restrict what your access is. Or do you have like companies like EY, which provide such a wealth, such a wide amount of information, and of course opportunity for you to develop, one, what is it that you're interested in and passionate about, and two, how can that organization help you develop your skills, whether it's job related or related to your personal goals. And I'll talk more about that in a little bit. Now, going back to that first one, so the leadership mindset. So when we talk about leadership here in EY, the expectation is for everyone to become a leader, regardless of what level, what position that you join in. The expectation of EY is everyone has and will have the opportunity to become a leader, right? Whether it's in a small project, yung mga team meetings amin, or even when it comes now to large scale projects wherein maybe you're coordinating efforts and teams across different locations and even countries, right? Now, here you can see it very, very clearly that when you think about it, and again, if you look at the mindset on your left, diba? These are valid mindsets. But managing performance, o gusto mo maging manager, you want to be able to help manage performance. You want to be able to evaluate, diba? O pumapasa ba tong tao na to? Are they doing their job? Do I need to talk to them? Do I need to correct them, etc., right? Retrospective, meaning you need to look at the assessment. Ano na ba yung provided, or ano yung track or history of performance ng tao? Again, those perspectives are very good, right? That is going to be also needed. But what is important, and this is where you see that shift there, is that small shift from, instead of thinking about managing performance, how can I think about accelerating performance? And I'm not talking about, oh, pag may tao ka na, when you're managing people, when you're coaching people, but simply even for yourselves. When you think about yourselves, are you the type that thinks on the left-hand side? Ba na, oh, kamusta ako? Kamusta yung studies ko? Oh, okay naman ako. Maganda naman yung mga grades ko from before, right? Um, and then you tend to, okay, hindi, kailangan ko na mag-aral talaga, right? So left hand side. But then when you take a look at the right hand side, ba, is your mindset, especially when it comes to yourself, right? Are you thinking, okay, how can I learn faster, diba? Oh, it took me 2 hours to learn this lesson last night. How can I make it faster next time? Instead of looking at it just like, oh, okay naman yung grades ko so far. Sige, I can spend some time, relaxing. Yan. Laro muna ako ng games or whatever it is, right? That you do to relax and recharge. Instead of that, you also look at, okay, what else am I interested in that I haven't tried out? Maybe I can learn something new from there. Development mindset. Retrospective, future focused. Ano yung kailangan kong gawin ngayon para I'm better prepared for the future, right? So those are mindsets that, even as early as now, napakaliit na bagay, di ba? Na parang, oh, okay naman yung grades ko, di ba? Hindi ako summa cum laude, Pero, hindi naman ako bagsak din. Two, okay, I did better, I'm doing good, what can I do better? Diba? How can I improve? Ano pa yung gusto kong aralin? Ano ba yung mga interests ko? 'Di ba? Alam ko nakakapagod 'yan, pero I think magiging worthwhile 'yan. So it's those really small things that really can help you adopt a better mindset now, and this can hopefully spill into your behavior and actions. Kasi nga 'di ba, mahirap mag-build ng habit na okay, gigising ako ng maaga na ngayon, and again, some of you are experiencing that with your transition. Previously, online, gigising ka lang ng 5 minutes or even 2 minutes, di ba? Hilamos ka lang. Hindi po naman i-on yung camera. On mo lang yung microphone before sa online class and then say, uh, prof, nandito ako, right? But nowadays, because again, some of you are already having your classes on site, so you have to make those adjustments. So having a mindset on growth, and this is what really features and talks about yung pinaka right hand side. That is a growth mindset. Just having that can help you better adopt those behaviors that can help you be successful. And that brings me to my second point. So there's a study, and this was based off of an article and actual training conducted by Center for Creative Leadership, so CCL. So you can look it up, and you can look. They have a lot of wonderful resources on their website to help you build that agility. So in their study, CCL actually identified these agility enablers. So ito yung mga habits natin, ito yung mga dapat na gagawin natin so that we can be agile. Because again, like what I mentioned, innovation can also be achieved by being at the right place at the right time and seeing those opportunities and being able to have those habits to grab and take advantage of those opportunities. So there are four enablers for agility, right? And one agility derailer. Okay? So I'll talk about the agility derailer first. So ano ba yung defending? So defending is the mindset and also the habits when you think about it na, yung lahat naman ng ginagawa ko dati, okay naman, nagwo-work naman, so bakit ko kailangan baguhin? So again, you might have a good basis. You might already have a good, what do you call this, set of behaviors or habits that make you successful now. But when it comes to future situations, especially from a workplace, a lot of companies nowadays are realizing, and this was one of the biggest lessons, from the ongoing, and again, the COVID pandemic is still ongoing, right? The ongoing COVID pandemic is that something as microscopic, diba, as a virus, can have such long-lasting and widespread impacts for individuals, for companies, have made us realize that agility is not just something na parang nasa wish list natin. We want people to be agile. No, it's now become a business necessity. So kailangan agile ka na sa mindset mo, sa habits mo, so that you can take advantage of those changes, whether it's change in system, change in methodology, change in client even, right? So what are the agility innovators? So innovating. So again, always asking that questions. Okay, this is work. What can become better? What can we improve on? So it's as simple as that. So innovating mindset does indeed help. And this also ties into that first topic, first tip that I had, which is adopt a growth mindset. Kasi pagka yung mindset mo on growth, on development, then it's very easy to see those opportunities and have that higher level of confidence. Kasi oftentimes, diba, and it's a very human nature for all of us to be wary of change, diba? To be scared of change sometimes, diba? Kasi nga nasanay na tayo right? But that is what it means to be agile. So for example, if you take a look at risking, diba? Risking is being comfortable in taking risks, in realizing that again, uh, if you don't put in something, kung wala kang itinaya, wala kang nilagay, wala kang ipuput in na effort, then wala ka rin dapat i-expect na to get something in return, right? There's a common saying that we have here in the Philippines, diba? Nasa Diyos ang awa, nasa tao ang gawa. So You can have those lucky breaks come your way, right? Whether it's by divine intervention or something else, but you also need to put in the work. You also need to work hard. You also need to take a look at those opportunities and be comfortable with trying out new things. Okay. Now, what are the last two? Diba? Performing and reflecting. So, performing is really, simply put, yung resilience. Gaano ka ba katatag in the face of adversity? Gaano ka ba kakunat pag nagkakaproblema, di ba? Are you the type of person who just gives up? Or are you the type who says, no, let's think through this, or let's try it a different way? And you keep on trying until you do, or you are able to achieve the results. That's performing. And then reflecting. And this is a very, very important point. Kasi sometimes, diba, oh, innovating, performing, risking, parang okay na yun eh. But an important part of building that habit to be agile is reflection, taking time off, 'di ba? Whether it's at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, but taking time off at a certain point to think about and reflect, ano ba yung ginawa ko? Ano yung things that I was successful in? Ano yung hindi nag-work? Ano yung gagawin kong iba next time around? It's those mindsets, it's those habits that can really help you very, very greatly to put your best foot forward when you're doing these interviews. And these are the same skill sets that, even from an EYGDS perspective, we're developing for our people. So much so that, again, we have such a huge number of programs. We have our EY badges, which is, again, open to all employees. So, again, when I talked about the third tip earlier, diba, when you're looking at companies, look at how they're approaching learning. Are they looking at a tiered path na parang, okay, pagka staff level ka, ito yung mga available sa'yo. Pagka manager ka, ito available sa'yo. Or do they, like EY, have a really, again, freer and more empowering point of view? And this is very much captured in our EY Badges program. So EY Badges, this is a way for us to develop valuable future-focused skills. And some of these skills we realize later on as are actually now skills na, di ba? And we also have a lot of these vendor alliances that are, again, yung mga products nito, especially like I'll direct your attention to Udemy. Later, I'll talk more about it, right? So sa Udemy, they have such a wealth of courses. Here, for EY badges, all of this, regardless of whether you come in as a staff level for, let's say, tax. Isip mo, tax ka, pero let's say, what if you're interested in artificial intelligence? What if you're interested in robotic process automation? Those paths of development are actually available to you regardless of position, regardless of title. And yun yung maganda sa EY, right? All of these things are available. And another thing about EY is that we reward people who take that risk to learn something new, to learn something that they may be interested in, but not necessarily experience. So much so that every badge that you earn in EY later on, and this is something that we've been running for the past 3 years at this point, is providing a fully paid opportunity for EY individuals to earn a full-fledged master's degree. So we have a long-term partnership with Halt International Business School, and this is to afford everyone, regardless whether staff level ka, kaka-hire ka lang, you can already start that postgraduate degree. So you have three different degrees that are available to you. We have the EY Tech MBA, which is a full-fledged master's degree in business administration. We have two more. We have an EY Masters in Business Analytics. And of course, we have, for those that are individuals that, again, we realized most recently with the super typhoon, how much climate change does have an impact already, right? So we have an EY Masters in Sustainability as well. And these are really just, a small part in terms of like the different courses. I mentioned earlier, yung Udemy for Business. Here, on the left-hand side, you'll see yung mga results in our internal platform, meaning available for everyone. So we have 500 courses that are for Power BI. So most of you, especially for our accountants, realize that Power BI is one of the fastest growing tool sets being used for data analytics, diba? Nandun pa rin yung mga Excel files, yung mga Excel sheets, pages and pages, but we're now using Power BI, especially in EY, to create powerful visualizations that give leaders more information and the ability to make those needed decisions, right? That same course, when you take a look at it outside, right? And this was just on a sale, diba? But normally that Power BI desktop, that's available for 150 US dollar. So with the US dollar to peso rate at almost 60 na ngayon. So that's almost what? 18,000 pesos. But here in EY, you can take those courses for free. And that really gives you yung ability and really the freedom to choose what is it you want. Maybe some of you are, again, into social media. How do you improve yung marketing mo? Like what Sir Kim was talking about in his talk earlier, di ba? We have almost over 1,000 courses on social media marketing. Some of them are costing like almost 90 US dollars, but in EY, it's all available for free. And of course, last one, yan. Yung mga mahilig pa rin. And those that have active communities around live streaming, di ba? Even though you're back in school already, some of you are maybe still keeping up your streaming channel. So again, we have 800 courses, not business related, but because EY recognizes that this is something that people are passionate in. So we make sure we make it available to everyone. So we have 800 courses all about live streaming that you can take for free. Some of them, like yung live streaming masterclass, it's $80. So almost what? Almost 5,000 pesos. Diba? But here in EY, you can take it for free. And that's the reason why we'd like to invite everyone now to apply. We have a lot of different positions. Some of them for our BS accountancy, computer science and information students. We have IT consultant positions currently open, right? We also have openings for BS accountancy in our audit practice, right? And also, lastly, we have openings for accounting associates from our finance team and tax. So please take a look at those. And lastly, please join us. You can access the EYGDS job openings through the Jobs 180 portal. We also have our career site. So if you want to learn more about what EYGDS is all about. And of course, for those that again maybe you have yet to uh, finish your internship, we do have and we have started our internship program, so which is a hybrid setup. So some of it will be done virtually, some of it can be done as depending on the location where you're at, can be done in the office, which is located in Cyber Sigma building in McKinley West in Taguig. So thank you so much, everyone. I hope that this was helpful to help you realize what is it that you can develop in yourself as leadership and innovation habits. So thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Chari, back to you.
Thank you for that, Sir Dennis. So to our audience, the floor is now open for questions. So I'll go first. So sir, may we ask you, what are the skills that you often use on your leadership role?
Mm-mm. So in my case, I think yung one of the skills that I use is yung nga, research skills. So for example, I always make sure that I'm part of like organizations like IBPAP, PMAP, in terms of like let's say different platforms, whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on LinkedIn, right? You have all of these resources available still, even to this date. Another skill that I think is very much needed of everyone is business writing. So, for example, like that's why I was listening into Kim's talk earlier, diba, na parang, oh, how do you create your resume link? And I think that's such a wonderful example of how if you are creative in that, uh, that's how you get people's attention. That's how you get yung recruiters' attention, diba? And that resume link is indeed a wonderful platform because it gives you a chance to showcase yung personality mo, but at the same time it gives insights for the recruiter like what you might be interested in. Oftentimes diba, with recruiters, they're not just sourcing for that one position alone. Maybe in the background they have like 2, 3, or 4 more. So the better, the more that you can give them ideas on what other positions you can be eligible for, the better your chances of getting hired.
Ayan, thank you for that, sir. Next question. What are dangerous behaviors that you have seen derail someone's career journey? Like,
Mm.
I would don't want to say risky kasi yung nandun siya
Mm.
sa kanya a while ago, sir. I would say like dangerous na lang po, mga
Mm.
habits.
All right. So I think, Shari, I showed yung sa presentation ko, di ba? Oh, wanting to gauge or measure your performance. Di ba? Parang good habit naman siya, di ba? Dapat alam mo kung anong ano mo eh. But it becomes, potentially risky, or it can potentially derail you if you're just holding on to that. Ay, kunwari ako, 'di ba? Ay, 18 years na ako nagtatrabaho. Ang dami-dami kong ano, 'di ba? Ang dami-dami kong nagawa, right? In my case, in my 18 years career, there have been times that I've actually entered the company as staff level, even though in my previous company, I was holding a managerial level. Why? Because my mindset is I'm coming into something new. I'm not particularly familiar. The opening they have is staff level. But if, and being confident in my abilities, kaya kong umangat uli. And that was the case. Diba? I actually did that twice in my career where I left the management position and I joined in as a staff level position. And then again, found my way very quickly back up into the management tier. So it's not, don't think about just yung mga titles, ito kasi yung dati ko eh. But rather, yung having that growth mindset.
Okay, thank you for that. Last question na lang, sir. What resources would you suggest for career growth, productivity, leadership, etc.? Any podcasts or books or apps maybe that you
Mhm.
can recommend for our para lang they can sustain their
Mhm.
their
All
learning
right.
habit.
All right. So I think first off, TED Talks is and continues to be one of the most inspiring, at least for me personally, and one of the most information filled. Having said that, though, I also have to qualify it, saying, pag tinipin mo lang TED Talk, ang dami-dami, di ba? You have everything about gender equality, or have innovation, you have like yung mga NFTs, etc. So nakakalito siya. So when you're looking for TED Talks, use the keyword growth mindset and then TED Talks. At least that will narrow down your search field to those relevant talks about it. So I think that one continues to be one of my favorites. So I always, I'm subscribed to yung TED Talks na channel, and even for yung mga opportunities to see at what's upcoming, that's something I keep an eye out.
Thank you for that, sir. How about, sir, ano lang, follow up, for me lang to, sir.
Sige, sige.
Favorite writers or authors? Like, you mentioned
Okay.
a while ago.
So in my particular case, 'di ba? I love yung mga fantasy books eh. Kasi yung real life, we have so many things to worry about, 'di ba? Family, friends, trabaho, salary, bills, 'di ba? So my favorite fantasy author is David Eddings, 'di ba? He writes really really good books. Now, real life wise, my go-to always is Stephen Covey. So I think most of the students have heard of it. Seven Habits, diba? So yun yung mga books that I would highly recommend from Stephen Covey, and of course his son. So Seven Habits. You also have Speed of Trust. Those are two books na pag binasa niyo yun, if you build the habits that are listed in them, uh, there should be nothing that you can't accomplish.
Wow, sounds great, sir. I'll look into it. Ayan,
Ayan.
thank you, Sir Dennis. Ayan. So for our viewers, the link is flashed on your screen. That's jobs180.com/EYGTS. If we ever that you missed out on the first half of this presentation, it will also be available via the Resilient Career and Placement Canvas course. Ayan. Thank you, Sir Dennis. Have a great day.
All right. Thank you. Have a great rest of the week, Shari, and everyone at JRU.
Thank you, sir. Ayan. So next up, so this portion, this part naman is open. We invited panelists from different industries. So ang concern natin for today ay for BAA graduates. So meron tayong accountancy majors, meron tayong finance majors, and meron din tayong management and marketing majors. Ayan. So here with us today, joining the panel, we have Miss Sheena Abellera de Jesus. She is the recruitment head for CDO Foodsphere. Ms. Sheena has over a decade of HR experience specializing in recruitment across various industries. Currently, she's the recruitment section head of CDO Foodsphere. She's responsible for developing and executing robust strategies and programs that would provide the organization with the most qualified talents. She graduated from De La Salle College of St. Benilde with a degree in BSBA Human Resource Management and also earned her MBA from Ateneo Graduate School of Business. Next, panelists, we have Miss Beverly and Roña, Senior Talent Acquisition Officer for UnionBank. Miss Bea is an experienced talent acquisition officer with a demonstrated history of working in the banking industry. She has 11 years of experience in talent acquisition, sourcing, recruitment, marketing, coming from various industries, but in the last 8 years, focusing on banking and financial services. She is a graduate of De La Salle University, Manila, finishing a degree in marketing management and communication arts. And at present, she is part of the talent acquisition team of Union Bank, enabling talents to hashtag own the future. Next up, we have Ms. Shawnee Benedicto, Talent Acquisition Lead for Prime Asset Ventures Incorporated. Ms. Shawnee has been working as an HR practitioner for almost 7 years at Prime Asset Ventures Incorporated. She has already handled talent acquisition and compensation and benefits, and being in the HR industry enabled her to learn how to balance personal and working relationships with the people at work. It also made her realize that working at Pavi enabled her to help a lot of people, from helping them to have jobs to supporting the business units. Last, we have Miss Joviana Menor, HR and Admin Manager for Breezewoods Development Corporation. So we'd like to welcome the panel. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Ayan.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning po. So here's what's gonna happen. So I prepared like a couple of questions and then I'll address it to each one of you. And then you just answer it in the best way that you want to answer it, but fast lang din po. Ayan. So first question. For our viewers, you're also free to put in your questions and then we'll line it up para pwede natin itanong sa panel together. Okay? So first question is addressed to Miss Sheena. What advice would you give to someone just starting out? Accountants, finance professionals, accounting assistants, entrepreneurs, etc. Ayan po.
Hi, good morning, everyone. First step, for example, for those who are fresh out of college, and then for those who would want to start their careers in those areas, the first step is for you guys to research about the industry where you want to hone your skills in, and for you to research also which field of finance would you want to expose yourself in as well, because finance kasi or yung accountancy, there are different sections or different, it's a broad set of skills. So merong audit, merong financial accounting talaga, there's commercial finance. So it's good for you to assess what the opportunities are out there, and assess yourself where your interests are and where your skills are most fit. So so really beef your knowledge up then with the different information that's available out there for the opportunities, as well as your based on your assessment of your skills.
Yeah, thank you for that, Miss Sheena. So first things first, finish your research muna. Okay. Next question is addressed to um, Pavi, Prime Asset Ventures, Miss Shawnee. Ayan. Miss Shawnee, how do you deal with doubt and fear, especially if you're starting out in the industry? Nag-a-apply ka pa lang, of course, you doubt your capabilities, your skill set. So, how do you deal with this? And what are the things that you like to remind the job seekers first?
Okay, so first of all, good morning. So, syempre, yun nga, nabanggit ni Michelle, um, lahat tayo dumaan doon sa time na ah, nag apply pa lang tayo and dina-doubt pa natin yung sarili natin, yung skills natin. But doubting yourself and your skills won't take you anywhere. So you need to remind yourself that you're confident, you're knowledgeable, and uh, kahit may mga bagay na hindi ka alam is matututunan mo naman yun. Kasi, di ba, lahat naman tayo willing to learn. And marami pa talaga tayong bagay na hindi alam kapag pumasok tayo sa ah, working industry. Kaya, ano lang, dapat open lang tayo sa learnings and sa mga advice ng mga nakakatanda sa atin. So, yun lang.
Ayan. Thank you for that, Miss Shawnee. So first things first daw, acknowledge na meron pa tayong i-improve or meron pa tayong madami pa tayong matututunan. Ayan. So next up, we have for Union Bank, Miss Bea. Miss Bea, the question is, in the banking finance industry, what routines do you follow every day? Like, do you have like a special, how is it different? Like as opposed to being in the corporate industry and you have a accounting assistant position or for example marketing position ganyan, as opposed to being in a financial institution.
Okay. Usually, since we started the digital transformation, we adopted the Scrum methodology in our ways of working, whether what unit we may be. No, so one of the functions of the Scrum methodology is we do daily stand-ups. We set up like a meeting every morning or at the end of the day just to check on things that we have done or things that we will do or tasks to do at the morning, and we share it to the team so that like everyone is updated, and if anyone needs help, everyone can or anyone can jump in and the like. So I guess that's one thing that we do differently in the bank. No, we do check-ins on a regular basis just to know like where the teams are, what they're doing, and how the projects are progressing initially. And yeah, I guess that's what I could share on that note. Yes.
Thank you for that, Miss Bea. To Miss Sheena, what is something you will never compromise on? Like as a recruiter, as the one leading recruitment, in when it comes to talent sourcing, onboarding, what is something that you will never compromise on?
For me, what I wouldn't compromise would be integrity. As recruiters, we have ways to validate information given by our candidates or applicants. So when we have proven that there's an information that the candidate has shared and it's not the kumbaga, it's not real or it's false or it's not the same as what he mentioned or what the person has mentioned to us. For us, that's a deal breaker. For skills, like what Miss Shawnee mentioned earlier, parang it's something that can be learned. Attitude, it's something that we have to assess also. But for me, number one is integrity.
And so thank you for that, Ms. Sheena. Next question is directed to Breeze Woods. Miss Bea, if Miss Jovina, if you can be able to answer po. The question is, how does your business look? How is it different now versus when the business first started? Ma'am Jovina, can you hear me? Andyan po ba kayo? Wala po. Going once, ma'am. Wala po. She's on mute po. Ma'am, you're on mute. Baka po nagkasalita kayo. Hi, ma'am. Did you hear the question po? Okay. Okay. Sige po. We'll circle back to you. Ayan. So, next question na lang po is to Pavi. Miss Shawnee, the next question is for you. Ma'am, what would you change about your journey if you can go back? Ma'am, ito hindi ito tanong as when it comes to sa industry ng mga accounting or finance majors. In general na po ito. If you can change something about
To be honest, wala. Kasi, ano, I find myself happy naman, happy and content on where I am right now. Kasi talagang in my 7 years here in Pavi, kasi dito talaga yung first work ko nun. In my 7 years here, I have learned a lot and I have explored a lot kasi Pavi, uh, may different groups, may different companies under Pavi. So, I have explored it na like sa water utility, internet services, information and technology. I have explored it na kaya I have learned a lot na rin also. Pati different facets in the HR, not only yung sa talent acquisition. Kaya, I think wala naman akong babaguhin.
Ano na lang ma'am masasabi niyo sa mga what advice yung sa tingin niyo dapat sinabi 'to sa'kin nung bago pa lang ako magsimula? Ano sa tingin niyo ma'am yung
Ano,
dapat narinig niyo para nakapag-prepare pala kayo, parang gano'n?
ano lang talaga, maging matapang. I mean, tatagan yung loob mo, maging strong ka sa sarili mo. Kasi, syempre, different kinds of people din yung may encounter mo sa trabaho mo. And there are people who are, yung kumbaga, strong ang personality na minsan hindi mo kakayanin. So, yun, kailangan mo lang lakasan yung loob mo para ah, may strength ka na pakisamahan yung mga taong mahirap pakisamahan. And also, ayun, matuto ka talaga makisama and mag-adjust kasi as an HR, lahat talaga is makakausap mo, makakasama mo, kaya dapat you know when and how to adjust.
Okay. Thank you for that, Miss Shawty. So, number ano yan, people skills 'to. Number one thing that you have to prepare for. This question is for Union Bank. Miss Bea, in general na rin po ito, no? At what point did you look back at what you're doing and consider it a success? When did you know, ma'am, that, ito, successful na to?
Um, when we hear or when I hear feedback on the programs that we did know, good feedback from all sides, from like for example in our internship program, the mentors, their feedback of the interns that we hired, the interns themselves, their feedback on the experience. So if we generally get good feedback, that's like a measure of success for us. Okay, so we did something right this time around. Yes.
Ayan. So, to Miss Bea, feedback that they're doing, ayan, tama yung path nila. Next question is for Breeze Woods. Ma'am, can you hear me? And can you unmute your mic po if you can hear me well? Hi, ma'am, if you're ready. Ma'am, the question is, this is a different question from before. How do you foster a positive working environment in the company? Did you hear me, ma'am? Wala po. Baka po may technical glitch on their end. Sige po. Okay, balik po tayo sa balik po tayo sa ano natin, sa panel natin. This one is for Miss Sheena. Miss Sheena, how do you make room for continued learning? Because the speaker before the panel is that so that you become an efficient employee, so that you become a good leader, you have to make sure that you're learning continuously. So, Miss Sheena, the question is, how do you make room for continued learning?
Personally, I am a fan of continuous learning. I would make time to enroll myself in several online classes or courses like in Coursera or LinkedIn Learning or in our internal management learning system or tool here in the office. So like what the previous speaker mentioned, si Sir Dennis, I believe also in growth mindset. That's why and there are a lot of changes and developments in each and every industry, in each and every role or facet of HR. So we really have to understand and to acknowledge that change is always constant. So we have to be prepared and we have to adjust also our knowledge or skills and make time to invest our time to enroll in these classes, kahit yung mga ganitong online um, activities din, or seminars, webinars, kasi ang dami na ring available in the market. Kahit mga online are very helpful. Yan.
Ayan. So thank you for that, Ms. Sheena. Next question would be to Ms. Shawnee. Ma'am, is it okay to shift careers? And how do you prepare for this?
Personally, I think it's okay, especially if you think that stagnant ka na and you're not happy with the career you're in right now. And how do I prepare for that? Siyempre, at first mahirap kasi as recruiters, di ba, itatanong natin, why a sudden change uh, from this career to that career. Pero, ano, ayun, kailangan mo lang din sabihin talaga, yun, yung nabanggit nga ni Sheena kanina, integrity, kailangan mo lang din maging honest. Kasi, ayan din yung hinahanap namin sa mga sagot ng applicants namin. And also, syempre, ayun, kailangan din ng lakas ng loob na to go out of your comfort zone. Kasi changing careers, di ba, is like going out of your comfort zone. So, kailangan mo rin ng lakas ng loob to take risks kasi hindi din ganun kadali naman talaga sa panahon ngayon ang to look for jobs.
Thank you for that, Ms. Shawnee. Ms. Bea, this question is for you. Ma'am, what resources do you suggest for career growth, productivity, leadership? So this is something I also asked the speaker before. Any podcast, books, or applications that you would like to recommend?
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm plugging what we have in Union Bank now. We actually have good learning platforms that the students could really take off from. No, so number one, we have UBP Accelerator. We have free learning courses there that tackles on emerging technology, digital marketing, project management, and the like. So all of those are free. It's free to take. Just sign up and choose what course you need. All of the Most of the talks that we have had in Union Bank during the pandemic is also there. So if you want to learn from our leaders as well, missed any talks, it's there too. We also have our virtual career conversations, a project of the talent acquisition team where we do talks like this, webinars like this as well, and it's also there. So if you need tips on like when to say yes to a career opportunity or like how what to do and or maximize your internship, it's also there. In terms of podcast, this is kind of tech inclined, but we have a podcast managed by one of our lead management trainees, si Jam Salvador, and she interviews tech lead management trainees of the bank. So if you want to know experiences from coming from a fresh grad and going up to a lead management trainee role, it's a podcast that you could look into as well. And learning about tech and how it works in the banking industry, those are the resources that I could give you.
What's
Thank
the
you.
title of the podcast?
Oh, sorry. It's Tech Hub in Spotify. It's available in Spotify. Yes.
Ayan, so plugging to our viewers. If you, mga ano to ma'am mga accountancy majors. So I'm sure they would like to, they would like to hear about it. Ayan. So now we give the floor to everyone because for this juncture, we'll give you time to plug. So tell us about your company, tell us about the possessions, and kayo na po bahala. Promotion na po. So first up, we give the floor to CDO Machina.
Hi everyone. So again, I'm from CDO Foodsphere Incorporated. So we are a food manufacturing company. We have two plants. We have one here in Valenzuela, another one in Malvar, Batangas. So if you're residing near where our plants are, feel free to apply. We have several vacancies in the business management area, as well as in finance group. So you can send your CVs to through Jobs 180 .com/CDO as well as in directly in our website. So there, I hope to see you all in our application database as well. Thank you.
All right, so thank you for that, Machina. The link is flashed below. That's jobs180.com slash. Ayan po. So we'll also put this in the comment section later. So next up, we give the floor to Miss Shawnee from Pavi. Ma'am, you're up.
Okay. Hi everyone, so I'm Shawnee from Pavi or Prime Asset Ventures Inc. So just to give you a bit background on what Pavi is. So Pavi is the utilities arm of the Villar group of companies, and under Pavi is a group, are other companies such as Prime Water from the water utility, First Peak, Crystal Clear, ePrime, Streamtech, Planet, Pavi Green, Kratos, SI Power, and the newly launched TV network right now, which is all TV. So we are looking for a lot of manpower since we're expanding right now, and we are really looking for a lot of accountants, financial analysts, financial finance associates. And if you are interested, just send your applications to jobs180.com/pavi, and you can also send it in our email address, which is hrd@pavi.com.ph. So we also have a lot of offices in QC, in the provinces, and here in Taguig. So if you want to know more, just send your applications and message us in our email address. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Miss Shawnee. Next up, Miss Bea.
Hello again, everyone. So I'm Maya from the talent acquisition team of Union Bank. In terms of our vacancies, we have a number under branch operations, head office operations, which we are based in Ortigas, but we have branches all over the Philippines, and then we also have customer service. So it's all posted in our Jobs 180 page, so you can check out everything that we have and apply for the ones that you think you'd be fit for. So there, thank you.
Okay, so thank you for that. Ma'am, from Breezewoods, ma'am, you can promote your vacancies and tell us about your company. Kayo na po yung Can you hear me, ma'am? Can you hear me po? No reply po. Like, sorry. Ayan. Okay. So, thank you to our speakers, Miss Sheena, Miss Shawnee, Miss Bea. Thank you so much. All of the opportunities po will be posted for our viewers. It's also posted on schools.jobsunity.com/JRU. So that's where you see and that's where you can research everything you want to know about the companies. Union Bank, PAVI, and CDO Foodsphere. On behalf of our JRU po, Career and Placement, and also on behalf of our team over at Jobs 180, thank you so much po for sharing your time and joining the webinar po this morning. Thank you so much, everyone. Happy ano po, happy Wednesday. Ayan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you po. Ayan. So, to our viewers, thank you for watching. We hope you have fun as much as we did. So, kung may tanong kayo, pwede kayong mag-message sa facebook.com/jobson80. So, we have our customer support people there in line to answer any questions. Baka nahiya lang kayo eh. So, pwede kayong pumasok mamaya. Ayan. Sorry. Ayan, pwede kayong mag-message later. Baka naya lang kayong magtanong kanina. Ayan. So to officially close our session this morning, we give the floor to Dr. Alan F. Galvez, Dean for the College of Business and Accountancy, to give us the closing remarks. Sir Alan, Dr.
Yeah,
Galvez,
hello. Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
good morning, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
oh,
we'll
nice
give
to
you the
see you.
spotlight.
Okay. So anyway, thank you for having this career talks for our business administration and accountancy students of Rizal University. It's an excellent way, actually, of knowing the skills necessary to perform certain job functions. Likewise, to know how to harness further your skills in order for you to become a good employee in the future. And a career talks will also somehow help you, future employees, identify and overcome barriers that may be preventing you from achieving your career goals. And also, doing these career talks will definitely help the individuals identify and explore career options. Likewise, to make informed decisions about their future and develop strategies to achieve your goals. So basically, the objective of these career talks is to prepare you on how you will handle uh, your career when you already transition from the academe going to the industry. And I'm sure with this having these career talks will definitely help you achieve your career goals in the future. Okay, thank you very much, jobs one yeah for this job for this career talks. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Dr. Galvez. Thank you din po for the entire JRU team for
Okay.
helping us throughout the event po. Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Yeah po.
Ayan. So now, we give the floor to Miss May Ann Go, Career and Placement Coordinator of JRU po, to give us a couple of announcements for the students. Miss May Ann, you have the floor.
Hello, Rizalians. Good morning. I would just like to give you an exciting announcement regarding sa Guidance and Testing Office services. Our services will be covering of the about the Rizalian Career and Placement, which is we are happy to announce that the Rizalian Career and Placement is now in Canvas. So we'd like to encourage everyone to please accept the course invitation. Which is included in your Canvas account. Just click the accept and then you already accepted the Resilient Career and Placement Canvas account. So in our Career and Placement Canvas account, all of the announcement, all of the webinars and recordings of our webinars will be posted in our Resilient Career and Placement Canvas account. So this is a self-paced module course wherein you can see the announcement of our different activities that you need to know with regards to our career and placement activities. And next with that is the another services that we are having is the um, wellness and guidance for our college students. So we care about your mental wellness. So with this one, we create a Canvas course as well for your wellness, which is run by our guidance and testing office. All you have to do is to accept the course of our Canvas invitation with regards to career and wellness. So dito po kami nag-a-announce ng mga information and tips on how to take care of your wellness. And also, the online counseling is also available in your JRU suite. So most of our services are now in JRU suite and in our Canvas. So next with that is yeah. So we'd like to request everyone to please follow our GTO or the Guidance and Testing Office social media pages. We have the Resilient Resilience. This is a mental wellness hub for you resilience that we are offering with our services. And also we have the Resilient Career and Placement FB page wherein you can get the announcement and the job postings that we have and we offer to our resilient student that we can guide you in your academic journey here in JRU. Yan. So, Guidance and Testing Office is located in, next slides please. Ayan. So, Guidance and Testing Office is located in Building H, Room 212. So, you can visit us every Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So, it is located in Building H, Room 212. That is our Guidance and Testing Office. Next slide please po. Yan. So I would like you to meet our guidance team wherein once na nagpunta po kayo sa amin on-site, we're going to meet probably the guidance and testing office team wherein spearheaded by our director of the guidance testing office, Miss Lorraine Parangue. Together with Miss Reina Rose Realong and Miss Maria Cecilia Abad and yours truly, Miss May Ango, your career and placement coordinator. And then you can reach us to or contact us via email or phone in guidance@jru.edu or support@jru.edu, or you can call us at 8531-8031 local 32. Ayan. So thank you so much, Resilience, and those are services that we are providing to you to help you to guide you in your academic journey here in Rizal University. Thank you so much, Miss Shari.
Thank you for that, Miss May Ann. Ayan. So, for JRU po, please follow na lang po yung mga instructions ni Miss May Ann. So, later, may sisend din po tayo for your certificates. Meron din mga links doon. Okay, so now to give us further info and reminders, we have Sir Rico Rayos from Jose Rizal University Marketing Office. So, sir, the floor is yours. You're on mute, sir.
Sorry, I double clicked it. So thank you, Ms. Shari, for that. And thank you very much to the Guidance and Testing Office and Jobs180.com for this partnership. And on behalf of the entire university, thank you all Rizalians for joining us, our business administration and accountancy students. Definitely, this is one of the trusts of the university in providing pre-career placement activities or preparations for you when you enter the professional world, and being on the trust of finding your inner heroes here at JRU. This is one of the seals of being a Jose Rizal. So yung inyong pagiging tatag Rizal when you go out to the professional arena, definitely it will be forming part of your whole being as a true-blooded Rizalian. And expect more activities from the Guidance and Testing Office in partnership with the Marketing and Communications Office. And also, if we can still hook in jobs180.com in our future endeavors, definitely we are all helping you out to become more well-rounded, not just employees in the near future, but also leaders in different industries on your own fields. So thank you very much, and see you around on our next activities. Ms. Shari?
Thank you for that, Sir Rico. It was fun working with your team po. Thank you, sir. Have a
Likewise.
great
Thank you.
day. Ayan. So to our audience, please don't forget to evaluate. The attendance and evaluation link will only be open for 30 minutes. So please, if you can do it now, please take link is also on the comment section, and you can also do the QR code. So we'll also send out the digital certificate. So ito, mag-answer lang kayo ng form, and then the digital certificates will be sent via your inbox. So this webinar will also be posted on the Rizalian Career and Placement Canvas course. So if you don't get your digital certificates immediately, reach out to us, facebook.com/jobs180, and we'll try to process it for you. Ayan. So please watch out for the next set of webinars that we are hosting next week and this week. I think we have two lined up. So please check our Facebook page for the topics that will be discussed. And if it's interesting for you, you're welcome to join in any of those sessions too. So we also invite you, as we're slowly building our job seeker community on Facebook. That's facebook.com/jobs180 job seekers. So with that, our session ends today. So please don't forget to evaluate. 30 minutes lang open yon. And thank you so much for all of the students who came through. So thank you, and have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. Bye, guys. If you have concerns, you can reach us through facebook.com/jobs180 if ever some of the links don't work. But we put the online evaluation form at the comment section. So that is the one with Survey Monkey. Ito rin yung may QR. And then the next one is the the certificates coming from our end. That is through bit.ly /SEP28 certificates. So if it did not work, let us know. Send us a message on Facebook, and we'll try to work it for you. Okay, Tech. We have some cool.
Mahal
I felt that my work before didn't give me the continuous learning and career growth I was looking for. Hi, I'm Isa. I am the Clinical Training and Quality Lead for Care Innovation Operations. I am also a nurse by profession, licensed in the state of New York.
Hi, I'm Rosro. I was a Philippine registered nurse when I joined Accenture. I signed up for the USRN Build program, where I was able to get my US nursing license. I now handle a group of USRNs for a US health insurance client.
Hi, I'm Rosh. I'm a service delivery lead in health and a global process owner for provider operations, leading a team across Manila, Ilocos, and Shonai.
I felt that my work before didn't give me the continuous learning and career growth I was looking for. So, I joined Accenture as a US registered nurse. Now, I am a clinical training and quality manager. As a nurse, we review patients' medical records to make sure that services are medically necessary.
Our team caters to North America's leading healthcare payers, providers like doctors and nurses, and non-traditional health organizations. We help our clients meet the essential expectations that every person has of the healthcare system: access, experience, and outcomes. We have a strong learning and development capability for our talents. The opportunity to learn and develop new skills is not limited to your specific function or role.
I've learned different skills in leadership, business acumen, technology like robotic process automations, and artificial intelligence, which gave me the advantage in managing the various clinical teams for delivery and quality.
The USRN Build program is an Accenture initiative wherein the company provides opportunities for Philippine registered nurses to become US registered nurses. Accenture shoulders all of the expenses starting from the review center, processing of all of your documents on your behalf, and all the way down to taking the USRN licensure exam. All you have to do is just focus on the review and pass the test.
As a first-time mom of a 1-year-old boy, Accenture gave me the opportunity to work with flexibility, which allows me to spend more time with my son, while at the same time feel more connected with my team all over the world.
Future Ready is being able to get ahead of the curve. For the last 17 years, I have seen the healthcare industry continue to evolve and adapt to change. The pandemic has accelerated the shift to digital, opening the untapped potential in deploying AI and robotic process automation, all with a goal to be future ready. With Accenture as their partner, our insights and value-driven culture will help our clients deliver their promise of care to their customers.